Faces of Sports, Tim Tebow, the chosen one. Presented by the United States Marine Corps.
Big nuts! Big nuts! Right here! Hey, we will not be stopped! I will not be stopped right now!
The guy is the most tremendous competitor I've ever seen in my life.
It's shocking how competitive he is at 17 years old.
Timmy is football. I mean, he's not just a quarterback, he's a great football player.
Let us go! Let us go!
Tebow, down the left side, touchdown!
Tim Tebow, 37 yards, touchdown, Nice.
He's a lot like Michael Vick. I think he throws it better than Michael did in high school.
So we're comparing him, Steve Young, a Hall of Famer, and Alex Smith, an overall #1 pick. That's some pretty nice company.
Very similar to what Steve Young could do with his arm and his legs.
Hey! Hey! You come here! Come here! Hey, we're going Georgia Tech. You better not jump off sides. You better get the freaking first down. Run hard!
I'm convinced he's going to be a four-year starter for some college and, you know, the next Brett Favre in the NFL.
This is a guy who is gritty. He will lower his shoulder and run right through a linebacker if he needs a first down.
Oh, I got turned. I heard a pop.
Pop?
Yes, sir. Just like my fibula on my other side.
Is it broken?
I don't know.
Toughest guy I've ever met in my life.
Proverbs 27:2. Let another praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips.
He's very well grounded and doesn't try in any way to come across like he's it, even though people know he's it.
He definitely has not let the attention get to his head like it does so often for so many kids. He's humble and he's quiet, but he's also real serious about being the best player he can be.
When you take a look at everybody telling you you're great and everybody wanting your autograph now, and you're 17 years old, to be able to stay humble is pretty amazing.
He doesn't act like a big timer. He's a humble, lovable guy, and he just works hard, and he expects those around him to work hard. He's just like the day I met him. He ain't changed a bit. Timmy is one of the hardest working young men I've ever met in my life. People can see him on Friday night throwing those touchdown passes, but they don't see the work that goes in behind the scenes.
There's different kinds of kids. Some you got to put a foot in their rear. Some you got to pull the reins back, and he's definitely one that you have to pull the reins back on.
I think I saw him do 315 like 4 or 5 times on bench.
He came in as a 9th grader, sophomore, put it on, reps it, and we don't even have another player that can do it. And he's our quarterback.
He's an animal. He's a phenom.
Timmy gets in there with those linebackers and linemen in the weight room, and he sets the pace. He's the leader of the pack, and you know, he's a true servant leader. He leads by his example, but he also has that ability to rally those guys around him to a higher level of play.
I ain't gonna give no speech about playing hard, because I know y'all gonna do that, or ain't no speech about, you know, our game plan, anything like that. I know y'all know it. I'm just gonna tell y'all guys I love you and I appreciate all y'all. So let's break it down, y'all. Hey, out there, everything for one another, y'all. Let's go.
Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it.
I prayed and said, God, if you want me to raise another preacher, give him to me, and I'll raise him. And you give me Timothy. Timothy means honoring God, and that's what we want him to do. I thought to myself, if I could get my kids to about age 25, and they loved God, and they knew God's word, and they served God and feared God, I'd be happy.
Amen.
Amen.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verses 11 to 16. Chapter 2, verses 3 to 6.
The only way we could accomplish that for us would be to do it ourselves, not hand them over wholesale to somebody else to raise them. and to teach them.
Florida law requires the school districts to allow homeschool students to participate in athletics.
Prescribe and teach these. Do not neglect the spiritual gift within you. Take pains with these things. Be absorbed in them, so that your progress may be evident to all.
Look at me! It's our last year! It's our last year!
Homeschool for us has never been about a degree.
Suffer hardship with me as a good soldier of Christ Jesus.
We're about to do something this year! We're about to take a state championship!
It's been about developing character and kids that love God and want to serve Him, and, you know, we're not finished yet. Let's read some of these right here, bud. It's from Florida State. There's Alabama. It's from Southern Cal. USC can compete.
You've got Pete Carroll at Southern Cal, Urban Meyer at Florida, you know, Bobby Bowden at Florida State, Larry Coker at Miami, Mike Shula at Alabama. I mean, you know, when the head coaches take a personal interest in a recruit, then you know it's big.
Tim, you are the QB we want at Florida. You have all the skills to be an All-American QB in our spread offense.
If Urban Meyer went and drew up a quarterback to run his offense coming out of high school, it would be Tim Tebow. There you go.
Timmy, you're going to be the next Steve Young. I cannot tell you how much your motion reminds me of his. Tim, are you ready for some football? Roll Tide.
He could be, you know, Stabler, Namath kind of names that Alabama. He really could be.
If you talk to Gator fans, he's probably the guy that they want to see.
You have to say no to somebody. They're just, Timmy can't go to 80 schools. Just mathematically, he can only go to one.
Just make it official. Be a Gator.
Oh, okay.
I think there is pressure on Urban Meyer to deliver this kid to the University of Florida. I think that will be a good challenge for him, and I look forward to finding out where he's going to go.
The big thing is try to tell who is being 100% honest about and how they feel about you and you fitting into their program. And, you know, that's one of the things we're trying to pray about and, you know, find God's will.
The time has come for the chosen one to choose. Tim Tebow holds 80 football scholarship offers in the summer of 2005. 80 different roads, 80 possible destinations. From their Jacksonville, Florida home, Tim and his father Bob evaluate their suitors, pouring through the mountain of recruiting mail that arrives in the Florida Gator mailbox each day.
North Carolina. I need to write them a letter, tell them they're not in this thing. This is Larry Coker. We hope to make a Miami Hurricane out of you. Sincerely, Larry Coker. This is from Coach Meyer. TT, he calls you TT. Has he been calling you that?
Only in some letters.
In some letters? Birthday wishes from the LSU Tigers. That's nice. Oh, there was one I saw.
I know my birthday.
Everybody knows your birthday because it's on that form that we fill out to everybody.
I don't think there's any way to prepare for it. I don't know anybody that's ever gone through it at this level. It's like your daughter getting married. You know that it's a big undertaking, but unless you're in the middle of it, you have no idea what is involved.
I've been here 20 years, and he by far is the most well-known high school athlete that I've ever seen.
This one's from Mark Tressman. Tim, hope to hear from you before you leave for the Philippines. Hope spring finished well. Mark Tressman. That's one of my favorite guys.
For the Tebow family, long journeys from Florida to remote outposts in the Philippines are at the core of their very existence. Bob Tebow's life's work is as a missionary in the Philippines, and Tim was born there 17 years ago, answering his father's prayer and becoming the 5th child in the Tebow family.
I was out preaching one night in a village, I can't remember where, and said to God, if you want me to raise a preacher, then give him to me, and I'll raise him.
My name is Timmy. Can you say that, Timmy?
I started praying that day for Timmy, by name, that God would give us Timothy, and that God would make him a preacher.
I would like to share with you for just a few minutes some good news. How many of you like good news?
I I had a difficult pregnancy. I'd had amoeba, which is common in the Philippines, and had become very sick and taken medicine for that. We kept thinking that I was going to have a miscarriage.
He loves you just how you are.
We found out the placenta was not properly attached the whole pregnancy. God just protected him for the whole 9 months. He's a miracle baby.
And he wants to have a relationship with each one of you.
It's been awesome having him there with me in the Philippines and seeing him grow. And I think he, you know, if he wasn't such a good football player, he'd probably make a great preacher.
He has a blast going to the orphanage. He loves kids. And we have an orphanage with 45 orphans, and you should just see him playing with those kids. He loves those kids, and it really touches him.
What are you teaching these kids how to do?
Play a little foosball.
Huh?
I like just being able to minister to young kids and the kids at the orphanage, because they don't have anything, and you know, just to hug them or, you know, put an arm around them or, you know, talk to them makes a huge impact on their life, and they're always going to remember that. And, you know, just to do a simple little thing like that makes a big difference for somebody else.
This is from Michigan. This is from Scott Leffler. Timmy, it was great talking to you on the telephone last week. I'm glad you had a great Elite 11 camp. I knew you would do a great job. Good luck this fall. I will be following you. Go Blue. Scott Leffler.
Okay, Mr. Florida. Let's go. Go. Good base now. Here. Yeah, bro.
Back from 2 weeks in the Philippines, Tim is invited to the EA Sports Elite 11 quarterback camp in California.
Working you.
A chance to compete side by side with the best high school quarterbacks in the country.
Timmy had a very specific ambition, a desire to succeed at being a quarterback.
Best for any pro, best work ethic, best leader, Tim Tebow.
I'd wanted to be a quarterback my whole life. I didn't want to sit back and watch other people do it. I wanted to, you know, have a chance to help my team win.
You knew who the football players were, and even in Pop Warner, you could tell. And Timmy, he had it then, he still got it now.
He definitely showed talent at an early age, being able to throw the ball. I can remember him, in the backyard throwing the ball about 40 yards.
He was extremely competitive, so when people tried to tell him, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, you know, it's just about having fun. He would just look at us so puzzled, because to him it mattered if you won or if you lost, and he understood it.
I could see that he had some rare gifts, and I told her in those days, and someday there'll be a lot of schools wanting to get him to be their quarterback.
This is from Alabama. Tim, I know practice has started. I just wanted to wish you and your teammates the best of luck with the season. Everyone in Alabama would love for you to come and play for the Crimson Tide.
He's got some outstanding offers by some great schools. I want him to be happy, and it's important for him in his senior year to play for the championship, not for the scholarship. You know, the scholarship will be a byproduct of all the things he's done all his life. He's going to have one chance as a senior to play his high school senior year and enjoy that trip, and the destination will take care of itself.
Chuck, Hunter, Ellis, get up here.
Bulls is a great opponent. I mean, they won the state championship last year. They got a great historic program, and Corky Rogers gets their team ready every year to play.
Look at me, It's our last year. And we ain't done nothing yet. But we're about to do something this year.
That's just a great compliment for us, getting a chance to play Bulls, just because of their tradition and everything Bulls represents.
We're about to take a state championship on our finger this year, right now. It starts right now. Let's go.
It's just going to be an exciting game, and we're working really hard to get ready for it.
Classes at Nice High School resume in August, but not for Nice's record-setting quarterback. Instead, Tim Tebow and his mother Pam are in a small apartment near campus. School district regulations require Tim to live within the district to be eligible to play sports. So this is home during the academic year. The Tebows have homeschooled 5 children over a span of 25 years.
Most people didn't understand it. Most people didn't think we should be doing it. You know, my mom didn't like it.
To start memorizing the periodic table of elements, and I actually have some flashcards that I did with the other kids.
You know, he's just like any other normal guy. They're like, just because he's homeschooled, is he different? No, you know, he's not different. He's just like, you know, he's just like me. He's like Hubie's like, you know, everybody else that goes to our school.
That was significant.
All of our 5 children are very different. So we could provide an education that was suited to each one of them. And our kids could still participate in outside activities, sports, and church activities, and we'd still have family times.
Can you quote it?
No.
Yes, you can. What it? Tell me.
She's an awesome teacher. You can tell that just by seeing what she's done with my 4 other brothers and sisters. All 4 of them have got scholarships, and you know, 3 have already graduated from college. 1's graduated from seminary, so I mean, she's got a great resume.
Well, I'm grateful. I've never felt like a trailblazer, but my husband definitely is. He's always the one to do the wild and crazy things.
Some families may want to get a little bit more religious aspect training in their academics. I still would like to see kids actually attend the school if they're going to play sports for them.
There are some rules that have been discussed in this area that are often referred to as the Tim Tebow rule because of that homeschooling.
I think like anything else, it's a fear of the unknown. Kids that quit school don't want to get the academics and just say they're homeschooled or flunk out and say they're homeschooled and participate in athletics, and people are afraid that that will happen.
So afraid, in fact, more than 20 states don't allow homeschooled students to play sports for public schools. The legislation allowing Florida homeschoolers to participate passed in 1996.
If you set up processes where abuses can't take place, then you don't have anything to worry about.
Anytime you feel like
I commend both their mom and their dad because they want to do things right. They're very, very straight up, upfront people.
If every child could act like Tim Tebow that was homeschooled, everybody needs to be homeschooled.
You think I ain't gonna go out there and coach hard tonight? I'll give it everything I got to win this game. And I expect you to, too. You work hard, you coach hard, and we get the mo once we get the thing rolling. And when you get the thing rolling, you bury it. I hope they hate us when they get back on the bus. I hope you get the mo going tonight.
What you know about this, 3?
I love you guys. It's our job as coaches to love you. It's your job to love each other.
He's a gunslinger, and you know, our goal is to score 50 points every game and make the defensive guys throw up.
And let's go as fast as we can, Timmy. Rock and roll, rock and roll.
Down by a touchdown in the second quarter, Tebow takes over. In just 2 plays, the score is tied.
Man, we got you, boy. Get the ball back, we'll win. Get us the ball back, we win. Get us the ball back, we win.
Control your own destiny right now. This is the kind of situation you want to be all year long. Playing these kind of games, these kind of situations. This is fun. All right, this is real football. Let's go do something big and proud.
Rolling, rolling, even rolling, rolling. We're going for 2. We're gonna win this sucker. You worked too hard not to win this, man.
Georgia, ready? 51.
Down again by 7, Tebow exerts his will.
You know, come down to a dramatic ending, just be me running or throwing it to somebody.
Ellis. Okay, we're coming naked to you. You gotta get a block. Most dangerous man.
It really doesn't matter. I just want to win.
Hey, going our king. Our king.
Block. If he gets by you, turn.
42.
Look for a pass.
Naked.
I don't care if Dante runs it in, or your Ellis takes a reverse in, or guard picks up a fumble and runs it in. It doesn't matter to me. It's just as long as we win.
Ellis, listen. He may throw it to you.
Might throw it to you.
Go.
He wants to win. He wants to play. I mean, he wants to complete every pass. Every game's a Super Bowl. Every down is the key down in the game. You know, he's a ultimate competitor.
The next part of the journey takes us to Alabama. It takes us to Birmingham. Playing a number 3 team in the nation. We're on ESPN. We need to represent Nice High School, St. Johns County School District, and the state of Florida against the great state of Alabama. So again, we got beaches versus barbecue. All right, we're gonna have a great week of practice. David San Juan, lead us in a family prayer.
We take a moment to think about you and all the things that you've given us and trusted us with.
We get more mail than you can imagine, and I read it all. A lot of great universities out there, and great football coaches. You wish you could play a month with every one of those guys, but you can't. So you're going to get to pick just one. It's just the nature of the beast.
Here's another letter from Tennessee. Reason number 18, All-Americans. What do you think about Tennessee?
We went to visit them last year and didn't really like it, so I don't really want to go back.
Okay.
It can get hectic, but if you just have fun with it and, you know, think about it in the right way and you have someone like my dad to help you out, I think it can be pretty fun.
Tebow to Hornsby, touchdown. Imagine hearing that for 4 years. Tell Mom thanks for visiting, Coach Meyer. How many days till Hoover? Well,
Tim, how many days till Hoover? You belong here, Coach Meyer.
Some of you have such a low opinion of yourself you don't think you should be in that game. That you wonder, why are we in this game? And you've heard that on the radio and the newspaper. Well, Hoover belongs in this game, but Nice doesn't belong in this game, and they went for months like that. I'm telling you, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You belong in that game.
Hoover's just like Bulls. I mean, they've won the last 3 state titles in Alabama. They've got a great program. I think they're ranked number 2 in the nation. You know, to be on national TV is it's exciting. You know, it's a huge honor and a privilege to be able to play teams like that.
All right, let's go. Wakey, wakey, it's game day. Hey, you guys got to go to breakfast first, shower later. Go to breakfast and make sure that you guys eat before all the JV players and freshmen get in there, eat, and then come back and get ready to go.
20 miles away at Hoover High School, game day preparations begin at dawn.
How you feel?
All right.
It'll be awesome, man.
We hear about a lot of good players, you know. You got to make plays against good players, you know. Don't matter. So, just got to make plays. They'll do good.
Marching on in, ladies! Marching on in!
That's what you live for. That's what you train for. You love this, don't you? I mean, I don't abide by that about the pressure stuff. I think that when great players and great teams play, I mean, this is what they want. I mean, coaching is what you want.
The ones that freeze under pressure aren't the great ones.
Yeah.
Here at Hoover High School, the resume is jaw-dropping.
Both teams are excited about playing on national television, but it gives Hoover a chance to showcase their team to a national audience today.
You know, the state of Alabama, for 4 out of the last 5 years, this is a dominant team in Alabama. There's a new dog in town. Here's a new dog in town.
Tebow! Right here! Right here! The man right here!
You got to be aggressive. You got to be relentless. You're going to get to the point of exhaustion. You got to push yourself harder than you've ever pushed in your life.
I'm ready, his daddy, because you don't know us like that, Buster.
We're fixing to show Nice and Florida dominance.
Get you some of these. Yeah.
In about 10 minutes, for the next 3 hours, we're going to shock the nation, men. We're going to shock the nation not only with our physical toughness and our aggressiveness and our intensity, but with our class and our style, and we're going to dominate.
Get used to this. You're going to see it all day, baby. All day long. Yeah.
Everything we got, we gonna shock the nation. We gonna shock the nation. Let's go. Let's go. We're getting the loudest tradition ever on. Tradition, man. Let's go.
down.
Hoover takes over. First down, Buccaneers.
A fumble on Nice's opening drive leads to a 7-0 Hoover lead. And just 3 minutes later, Nice is down 14-0.
All right, we got to get a rhythm going. We got to get a drive going, all right? I'll run you in this drive, so. Hey, get to the house.
Yes, sir.
Taking direction like a disciple, Tebow leads Nice back against a defense poised to punish.
Nothing but your best, man. Nothing but your best. Get this drive in the end zone. Keep the pressure on them. They'll tire out. S-mob. Wear them down, boys. Wear them down.
This time, Tebow tries it. Over the middle. In and out of the hands of Austin Silvoy. He may have had a touchdown.
The first half continues to be a story of great promise, but ultimately missed opportunities for Tebow and the offense.
3rd and 5. Need to get to the 9. In and out of the mix. And Tebow spins in with the second effort.
Nice's defense stiffens, and the comeback continues.
3rd and 7. Tebow with Rodney Sumter. Big drop will bring on a big 4th down.
Field goal! Field goal!
And that'll do it for the first half of play. So both teams will go to the locker room, and Craig Howard's team, they have scored the last 16 points in this game.
Anybody on offense need an IV? Bo, you need an IV? IV?
Hey, look, y'all need to play your best ball and you're winning at halftime. Took the crowd out of it. Yeah. They don't know what's going on.
Relentlessly trying to get the will of this football team and the skill of this football team is going to shock the nation. You stay together and you love each other. Okay? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Just really relax and play with poise and confidence, composure, good calls. All right, let's go, Timmy. Here we go again.
I've seen a lot of good quarterbacks. In 25 years I've done this, and I think Timmy Tebow, in my opinion, is maybe the finest football player, quarterback I've seen.
Timmy, time it out. Hey, you want a Bengals X-Heads, or do you want something else?
I want Bengals X-Heads.
I want Bengals X-Heads, too. I want Bengals X-Heads. Time is ringing. Time of the phone. Bengals, good. Max 50. Max 50. Bengals X-Heads. Bengals X-Heads.
Tebow down the left side. Touchdown! Ryan Ellis back in the end zone.
All right. What can he not do? If you're not going to scheme this guy, I mean, you're not going to stop him. You just got to control him and hope he doesn't have a career day against you. That's what you got to hope for.
Tebow 3rd and long, finds Ellis. He's been his bread and butter receiver all game, and Ellis scoots out close to the 50.
As Tebow continues to pile up yardage, Hoover's frustration shows.
He just wants to win so bad, and he wants to hit so hard. And, you know, sometimes I get fired up like that. You know, and the two of us, both of us are fired up. We're making each other more fired up.
It's a touchdown, no interception. It's a touchdown, man. You've worked so hard. This is awesome football. You're L&D Nice. I love you. I love you.
Tebow gets it back, complete to Caleb Cooper. First down and more. Cooper with a chance down the sideline. Touchdown.
Tebow's second touchdown pass of the game ties the score at 29 and keeps the Panthers in the game long past the point that many thought possible. On the day, he would account for more than 400 yards of total offense. But in the fourth quarter, Alabama's best team was able to assert itself, scoring 21 unanswered points and giving Hoover the expected but hard-fought victory over Nice.
The effort you gave
was valiant. Did anybody quit? No. Anybody give up? No. Anybody not love one another? No. Are we still a good football team? Yes. Are we still together? Yes. You're always disappointed in the scoreboard, but don't let the scoreboard judge whether you're a winner or a loser, because you guys are winners. If you look to the guy to your right and the guy to your left, he never quit. We can sit here and dwell on all negative things of a game. We can sit here and say we got defeated by the Hoover Bucks. Well, all we did was prepare ourselves for the district play. Can't play it again. We won't play Hoover this year, but we'll play all the rest of them this year. We're Allen D. Neese, and we're fighting back.
We came from behind, and so, you know, we know what it means to, you know, push through adversity and fight through it. And, you know, I think that was a really big game for our team, a good learning experience. You know, we definitely wanted to win. That was our goal, but I still think we got a lot out of it.
I said it can hurt a quarterback. I say bring it on. I've been with it. I've been with it for 3 years now. Bring it on. Try to hurt Tebow. Try to hurt him. Bring it on. Bring it on, Blacka. Try to hurt him. He got to do some hurt now.
His sophomore year, we were struggling a little bit. He gets out there and got sacked in the pocket, and that was a pretty good hit on him. And he came over to the sideline, he was kind of limping. I said, what's the matter? And he said, he doesn't ever get hurt and stuff. And I said, I told him toughen up. And I said, you know, we're down 17-0. I said, this stuff legends are made out of.
I saw him, he was sort of struggling in the pocket a little bit. He wasn't rolling out like he usually did, so I knew there was something wrong. But, you know, he didn't come out of the game. He told Coach, don't take me out of the game. I want to play.
As the game wears on, it gets worse. The limp gets worse and worse. I mean, from the minute that it starts, it's a little bit of a limp, and then by the end, he can barely walk on that leg.
It was a nasty break. We saw the x-ray. You know, heck, we thought it was a Charlie horse or something. And he played the whole game and had a 20-yard touchdown run on a broken leg.
Maybe one of the gutsiest things I've ever seen in sports, personally.
You're playing the rest of the game, you just hear, you know, the bones just moving and stuff, and just popping and stuff.
Toughness like that, and you talk about competing. I mean, that says it all right there, and that just makes you shake your head like, wow.
It was off the charts. I mean, I never heard anything like that.
You know, I felt like I was with Elvis Presley or a rock star or something. It was like nothing you could imagine.
It's not every day you receive attention like that from 10,000 fans chanting your name.
Right when we walked through the tunnel, all the fans were just going nuts, you know. Tebow, go to Alabama.
I think it put a big impact on him, and the Alabama fans, if he commits there, it had a part to it.
Needless to say, my family was extremely impressed. They felt very wanted, and that's important because you want to be wanted and needed by the school that you go to.
We got a little work to do to listen to some people, but probably the front runners are going to come down to probably Florida and Alabama.
We're still looking about 6 or 7 schools, but, you know, by far the top 2 are Alabama and Florida.
And Alabama head coach Mike Shula leads a group of coaches on hand tonight to see Tebow. Once considered a dark horse, Shula has made the Crimson Tide a serious contender for Tebow's services. Since the loss to Hoover, Neese has won 4 straight games, and Tebow is assaulting the Florida record books in the process. He's never beaten St. Augustine High School, and Neese has lost 13 consecutive games to their rivals.
I've heard the story of Peyton Manning a lot. He's a good quarterback, but he never beat Florida. So I don't want that to be said about me and St. Augustine's.
Well, we'll make it a classic. Make it a classic coming back from this down. They're just eating the clock on us. We got to get a stop, get it down, get the score on them.
Down by 20, Tebow begins the long march back.
Give me the ball, I'm going full speed straight ahead. I'll knock somebody out.
Okay, here we go.
Tebow's short run cuts the lead to 20-7.
Ellis the ball. I feel like I haven't got Ellis the ball enough.
offensive coordinator Dan Mullen from Florida watches his prize recruit as Tim slogs in for a touchdown to cut the lead to 20-14. The Nice defense forces a punt, and with Schuler looking on, the stage is set for the chosen one.
Yeah. All right, we're going for the full block here. So we have great field position here. Here we go. 209, history to be made. Have fun, love you. And it's squibbed out of there. And Ellis
oh
got
my
it.
gosh, we roughed the punter, coach.
No way.
We roughed the punter.
No.
We roughed the punter.
Oh, no. Who roughed him?
The penalty gives St. Augustine a first down and denies Tebow and the offense a last shot at victory. For the senior quarterback, the loss is unimaginable.
You seniors, I'm sorry that we did not win this game. But again, we've got our district games next week. We got a Ridgeview at home, and again, a homecoming game. We've got Columbia. Again, this didn't do anything to change what we can do as a team this season.
I can remember after the last two St. Augustine games, you know, you can't console him. He wears his emotions on his sleeves when it comes to this kind of situation. He cries, and that's different about Timmy than other people. You know, any school that gets him better be prepared for that.
I'm proud of you. You'll be all right, babe. You'll be all right.
Honor each other with your play. Honor each other that you're going to play as the best of your ability, and you give it your best shot when you step into this arena tonight. Let's win us a championship, man.
Every play like it's your last. Every play like it's your last. Let's get her done. Come on.
Baker, good. That was Kitty.
3 weeks later, Nice stood on the brink of their first district championship since 1993.
Left to left, empty right. Beat Tebow now! Beat Tebow now!
In the cauldron of competition, Tim Tebow put the team on his back, despite adversity and ultimately injury.
Tebow hurt?
I know when I'm watching his games, I'm most worried about him getting hurt because I'm just his brother. I'm thinking, you know, every time he falls, I'm thinking, get up, Timmy, get up, don't get hurt.
Once again, a reminder, the fifth quarter will be... How bad are you?
Huh?
How bad is it?
My leg got turned, I heard it pop.
It pop?
Yes, sir. Just like my fibula on my other side.
Is it broken?
I don't know.
You're the toughest guy I've ever met in my life. All right, son?
Yeah. I'll get a first down.
I know you will. Dante, you got to get the first down, babe.
I think it's just character, what my parents and my family tried to emphasize on my life.
Here we're gonna go. I need some great blocking. Put Doug Polchek at left tackle.
When tough times come, just to push through it and, you know, push through adversity. That's what our coach, you know, wants out of us is toughness and courage to fight through tough situations. So I didn't want to let our head coach down.
Hey, you come here! Come here! Hey, we're going Georgia Tech. You better not jump off sides. You better get the freaking first down. Run hard!
Nice will win the game, the district title, and follow their leader on the road to a state championship.
You all right, big man? Hell of a game. Hey, congratulations on your first district championship. Let's go get the whole enchilada now,
All
baby.
thanks to you, man.
Great job.
All thanks to you.
Tim missed 3 weeks with the ankle injury he suffered against Columbia. Tonight, in his return to the starting lineup, Tebow's heavily wrapped ankle has kept him in the pocket, and Nice is down 17-10 late in the third quarter. With the season in the balance, Tebow faces 4th and 2 on the New Smyrna 31-yard line.
My ankle was feeling all right at the time, and so I just, you know, decided I was going to try to go all out, score, and get the momentum back on our side, and get the crowd into it, and, you know, hopefully put a little life back into our sidelines.
Tebow's fourth quarter touchdown clinches a 24-17 comeback victory, and Nice's title hopes are alive.
You guys show so much character. I really appreciate our seniors that have set a standard for these younger players that are on this trip. A standard of Nice football. This goes down as one of the greatest wins in Nice football history.
2 weeks later, Florida's head coach is on hand to watch his prize recruit perform.
I like Urban Meyer very much. He has worked harder than any other single coach on the planet to recruit Timmy.
Coach Meyer, he's determined to win a national championship and be successful, so that's one very good thing about Florida.
Florida's a yes place for me from a parent standpoint. And so if he chooses to go there, the gate's open, he can go.
We have a lot of Florida things around our house. We've been Gator fans a long time, but we want to be supportive of where he chooses to go. I think that's made it easier. I can wear any other color besides orange and blue for a while. And then we'll go back to being Gator fans because that's what we are.
There are other great schools in this country, and what I need to find is where God wants him to go. God wanted me to go to the University of Florida, but because I went there, or my wife went there, doesn't mean that Timmy should go there.
Enjoy this moment. 3 years ago, we were everybody's homecoming team, and now it's December, and look at the crowd, feel the electricity, see the atmosphere. There is no crying tonight. We are celebrating through our play, and after the game, we're counting it down, and then we're going to Miami after a great week of practice. Hey, no sacks, no turnovers. Trips right, Baker zip it.
It was 2nd and 25 at our own 2-yard line, and Coach had faith in us, and he ran a wheel route with the post, and we play actioned it, and safety stepped up, and we were able to hit him deep, get behind the safety for a huge play that really swung the momentum to our side, and it really changed the way the game was being played. Our sideline got into it and just gave us a huge burst of momentum.
It's all good. It's all good. You will be a team to be remembered in Nice football history. You're going to Miami.
We really improved so much from the time we played Hoover and St. Augustine until now. It's been a great run, and hopefully we can do it for one more week and come back with the ring.
This is going to be the most awesome experience you've had in your life. Playing on that field, winning a state title. What you do when you put on the pads when you're in Pop Warner is you think about days like this, and you work your whole career to get to a day like this. The play is going to be 9:51 Houston, hand signal Ellis. If you don't like it, shake it off.
Look at that zip to Ryan Ellis. Ryan Ellis, touchdown. For the second touchdown of the day, 25 yards out.
Keep the tempo going, keep wearing them out. Get ahead 21-0 here on this drive.
This pass to Ryan Ellis, big first down, blocking downfield is Caleb Cooper. And there goes Ellis into the end zone, reaching in across his second touchdown of the day.
Remember when you had the halftime lead against Hoover? When you're up in Birmingham, Alabama, now you're in Miami, you got a 19-point halftime lead against the two-time defending state champions. Again, I tell you, your dream is right there. There's no way they're coming back and winning this football game.
Tebow's scramble and fourth touchdown pass of the game gives Nice 44 points, and the improbable dream is complete.
One more snap. State champ. State champ. State champ. State champ. I told you when I came to Nice, I was going to coach you like you're my son. I love all of you like you're my sons. They are state champions the rest of your life. Some college coach is going to get a great player here. And I'm glad that I got a chance to coach him and come down here into Miami and win a state title. We owe it to all those kids, but Timmy Tebow was a big part of this whole thing.
Soon, he will be a huge part of someone's offense. But will it be at Alabama or Florida?
The time has come. Tim Tebow, one of the top-ranked quarterbacks in all of the United States in high school, and now it's time to go to college. Where will you be playing college football?
I'll be playing college football next year at the University of Florida.
It's the right decision for me.
Dennis Rodman rose from obscurity to become the NBA's bad boy.
I was bigger than a game. I was actually more famous than a game.
This is Dennis Rodman, as bad as he wants to be. Beyond the Glory, next on FSN.
Rodman shoots from the head of the key, drills a 20-footer.
He is one of the...
I'm Chris Fowler.